Hi guys, welcome back to the segment of Burnt Toast. This week we have special guest Shane Lima joining us.
What's up, guys?
We got Shorty.
What's up, guys?
Kev.
What's up, y'all?
And I'm your host, Magno. Today's question, what we're going to focus on is, well, it's not really a question. It's more like a topic. But this is actually part 2. We're continuing from last week. It was one of our regular topics, but we wanted to expand on it. And the topic,
we got a lot of feedback on it.
yeah, we did get a lot of feedback, and people wanted us to continue. So I was like, okay, let's open it up. So we had an interesting point of view from Sam, where he said he didn't really pursue women unless he
Once he knows that they like him.
yeah.
Back.
So
Gotcha.
I guess the topic that we're proposing is a man pursuing a woman versus a man pursuing someone just because they know that they like them. Do you think
I think pursuing them just because you know they like you is playing it safe.
yeah.
It's just it's an easy. It's easy. My
It's an
wife
easy
didn't
shot.
my wife wasn't interested in me.
Yeah.
You know, when I was pursuing her. So, in fact, she turned me down like 3 times, like 3 separate occasions, months apart. So there was like no interest. She told me to move on.
That side of the couch seems to.
And,
Hey, listen, we're in relationships, though.
something in common.
I don't know about that life.
So I mean, but I pursued her anyway, and,
Right.
And I mean, it paid off. So I don't know, bro.
I think we all have, because we all have like I respect Sam's point of view.
I get it.
He's not here, but I respect it. The reason I respect it is because
Trust Sam.
Get at him.
I'll take whatever shot, whether it's safe or risky. Not risky, but whether it's safe or whether it's uncertain
Yeah.
that the shot will go through. But one of my rules is that a lot of people will probably disagree with is that once I get that rejection, I don't pursue. Like you
Yeah, I
said you got
disagree.
rejected 3 times?
3 times. Yeah.
Yeah, once I get rejected once, it's a wrap. Because I feel like I gave it my best shot. I felt like I showed you my intentions and I was honest. And then I feel like right after you say no, or whatever reason you give me, I feel like that's it. I gotta keep it moving, But that's me. That's just
Yeah.
I'm not gonna impose that or say that that's standard law or that should be
That's
standard.
just you.
That's
Yeah.
just me. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I'm just way too stubborn.
He said that bad low too.
Nah, I'm like it's like a mixture of stubborn and competitiveness. Because oh, you said no. I was like, oh, bet. I don't know. It's the way I think. Like I know this is a good fit. So
Right.
I'll just I'll give you time.
It's just that line between persistent
And creepy.
just
And creepy.
stalking.
Yeah.
And that's what happened to me was I was so adamant about talking to this girl, dating this girl, I'm going to marry this girl, that it turned her off. Like bro, chill out. You're coming off way too strong. I was convinced I was going to marry her within a week of meeting her.
Oh man, that's crazy. See,
Wow.
But I am married
you
to
are
her.
married, but it's still crazy to be
It just took a couple more
It
weeks.
just took a little bit longer. But I changed my strategy and approached her through the lens of friendship. And that's when her guard was then able to be let down, which then led to actually a healthy friendship, which then ended up leading to a great relationship.
And I want to explain myself why after the rejection I don't continue, because I think, and I treat this I treat everything the same. For example, I'll give you an example that comes with music. When I'm not inspired for something, let's say I'm finishing up a song, I hate forcing myself to write a couple bars or to just finish the song just because it needs to get done. If I'm not inspired, maybe I wrote 12 bars and I need 4 left. If I don't feel inspired to write the 4 that are left, then I let it go till I'm ready to come back and be okay, now I have enough inspiration that I can make a good product, and finalize it. In the same way, I don't like to force a relationship. If the woman is intentional as well as she's saying, and she's telling me, look, Magno, I think we're great as friends and I may have liked you or not, but I just think right now is not the right time, or for me, that would be the only time on my end that I'm gonna pursue, because I'm I already it didn't work, and after that I'm not gonna try to force myself to make it happen again. Maybe in the future that changes. You just never know, because from situations change. situations
Bro, you
change.
bugging.
You fucking.
Even the bugs are getting at me right now. Like, but you know, in the future, you just never know what holds. Because at the same time, I don't want to limit what God can do or wants to do. And but I think like that's just where I
There it
stand.
is. Oh, dang. Did I hit it? Oh,
It's on you.
Yo, we gotta get that looked at.
Anyways, there was an
Call
ant.
the exterminator, guys. Go.
You guys leave this all in the segment?
Yeah, it's
going to
fine.
be.
Right,
Gotta keep it raw, you know. But yeah, like that's what I wanted to explain. Like, you know, I just don't like forcing anything. But and I know you guys, I know you disagree with it.
No, I mean, I'm okay.
Not
So
forcing.
yeah, no, but I'll so I thinking back to how I said what I said previous to you. Like, even if I get rejected, if they say no,
Yeah.
I'm going to. I would have to have like a talk with them.
Yeah.
And see where we're at. I'm not gonna just be like, "Oh, you said no. Oh, right, okay. Let me show you no." Like,
Right.
I'm not gonna be when I say like persistent and stubborn about it. I'm not gonna.
Tact. You gotta
I'm
have
not.
strategy.
Yeah. I'm not gonna be. I'm not gonna be like, "All right, time to put on the creeper face." Like, right? It's not like that. Like, I'm
Time to
like,
go like every photo from 2007.
yeah, I'm gonna like all these things. It's more like I'll have a talk to you with you, and like just I would like to see where where you're
where we
coming, where you're coming from that you said no.
Yeah.
Like, so then that way I can understand, like, was it something that I did? Like, that way if I have to leave the situation, I know that, like, I did everything I could.
Right.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like, because that's what, like, keeps me being stubborn. Like,
Right.
I don't want to leave a situation and be like, oh, like, what could have been?
Yeah.
I hate the what if.
Yeah, exactly. So I'd rather just be like, okay, let me, like, see it through as best I can.
Right.
Yeah.
And
Even
then
if you
I have
said
to walk away,
yeah.
at least I know I gave it.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
That was kind of my thing too with my situation where you guys know I was very patient and persistent.
MVP right
Oh,
here.
Yeah, Lord bless you, bro.
Thank you. But yeah, in the beginning, it's one of those things where she didn't really reject me, but she kind of left me like
Hanging.
it's just kind of like I don't know, you know, I got
Hanging.
hanging a little bit, hanging. Yeah,
She left
but,
you wandering. Like,
yeah, a little bit, but also too, it's like for myself, and I remember even talking to you about it. It's like when you know.
You know.
When you know this one's different, it's like, yo,
And
hold
everyone
on.
says it, but
Until
then
you
when
feel
know,
it. But then when you feel
know.
it, yeah,
No,
it's for sure.
I've had the you know what I'm saying? Like,
Where is she though?
No, I no.
No, just like,
Hey, mom, I'm there.
No, listen, like
persist.
I've had the
yeah.
but that's the thing. I even broke my own rule on that one.
Yeah, you got to.
I went for it I think 3 times. Like you.
Go forth.
And I can't now. They have a boyfriend. But the thing is, you know,
Hey, if she
Give it
does,
time. Give it time.
no. But
what's your quote? What's your quote?
Huh?
What's your quote? Your go-to quote?
What do you mean?
Oh, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
No,
like
the
Gretzky?
goalie one.
Oh, just because there's a goalie doesn't mean you can't score.
That one's joking around, but it's funny though.
Yeah, I joke around with that quote. I'm not gonna ruin a relationship, but
No, of course.
at the same time, I've
pay for it.
also moved on.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
but I know that I knew. You know what I'm saying? When I was in the situation, I knew.
You knew.
And even like, if things were to like if we were to cross paths again, where it was possible, obviously under the realm of God, I'm with it. You know, 100%.
Yeah.
But right now, that's not that time, and I've like my mind and heart are somewhere else.
Right.
But
That makes sense.
but like, I agree with you guys. When you know, you do know.
Yeah.
But I also believe that it doesn't necessarily just have to be just with one person. In the sense of like, she may not be the only one that I would know with.
Right.
You know, that someone else could come along in my life that I would also know.
Right. And that
then-
goes back to that point where you were saying about what if. It's like, well, at least if you go for that opportunity, at least even if it doesn't work out, at least you'll say, okay, it's fine. I left it like that.
Yeah,
it's
I
not
did-
going
I
to
did
you. At least
everything I
I can
could.
move on. Exactly.
Yeah.
At least
You
I
don't
can
have
move
that
on.
what if.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. You don't have
Like,
those
you put it
questions
all out.
laundering. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you pull it all out, there's nothing left
I
you could
did.
do. Yeah.
I did.
Well, then there's nothing more you could do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, and that was another thing that we got into. Like Sam and I, we were actually talking to a girl, and we were asking her like, do you think that God has given you more than one person that you could be matched up with. And she said no, but then we were like, you know, what happens if you get married and then, like, God forbid your husband dies? Does that mean there's no one else out there for you? I still think there is. I think there's a lot of people that can compliment you, but obviously God wants you to choose one to commit to
Exactly,
for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
So that's where I stand.
Word.
So. Palabra.
That's a word.
But thank you guys for tuning in. And today's Friday, so you guys can go and meet us tonight at 52 Russell Street in Cambridge.
It's taco night.
It's taco night.
Taco night.
So come
May
to
the,
it.
it's also
Star Wars and taco night.
be with you.
Oh,
Dang.
word.
And may the Lord be with you.
yeah,
as well.
Star
definitely
Wars,
gotta pull
taco, Jesus,
Come on.
and
what
a fire
else?
word by Shane. So,
and a worship.
Let's
too.
do it.
all right, check y'all out. Peace.
Peace.